Greetings to everyone. I am Anis Rusti. Welcome to today's presentation on management in the modern era with a special focus on the Malaysian workplace context. Over the next 8-10 minutes, we'll explore how management has evolved, the challenges modern managers face in Malaysia, and why understanding management is crucial for your career success. We'll look at real Malaysian examples from companies like Shopee, Petronas, Maybank, and discuss current trends shaping our workplace from 2024 to 2026. Let's dive in. Let's start with the fundamental question. What does it mean to be a manager today? The traditional view of a manager was someone who commanded and controlled a top-down authority figure. But in today's fast-paced collaborative environment, especially in Malaysia's diverse workplace, the modern manager is a facilitator. They empower teams, encourage innovation, and adapt quickly to change. Think about leaders at companies like Grab Malaysia or AirAsia. They don't just give orders, they inspire, collaborate, and create environments where employees can thrive. This shift from controller to facilitator is essential in our modern era. Before we dive into the four functions, let's clarify an important distinction: management versus managing. These two terms are often used interchangeably, but they mean different things. Management is the discipline, it's a body of knowledge. It includes theoretical frameworks like planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. It can be studied, taught, and researched. Its principles are universal and applicable across sectors, whether you're in healthcare, technology, or government. Management answers the question, what should managers know? Managing, on the other hand, is the day-to-day practice of coordinating resources and people. It requires practical skills like decision making, communication, and leadership. Unlike management theory, managing is context dependent. How you manage at Petronas is different from how you manage at a startup like Aerodyne. Managing answers the question, how do managers actually do the work? Think of it this way. Management is what you learn in this course. Managing is what you'll do when you step into the workplace. You need both the knowledge and the practice to be effective in Malaysia's dynamic business environment. Other than that, management at its core involves four key functions: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Let me give you Malaysian examples. Planning. Petronas strategically plans its energy transition initiatives to meet global sustainability goals. Organizing. Maybank structures its operations across branches nationwide to serve millions of customers efficiently. Leading, AirAsia's leadership style emphasizes cost efficiency and customer centricity, driving the airline's success. Controlling, Malaysian companies must monitor performance against regulatory standards set by authorities like Bank Negara Malaysia and the Securities Commission. These four functions are universal, but how they're applied varies by context and industry. Managers exist at different levels within organizations. At the top level, we have CEOs like Petronas' CEO, who sets the strategic direction for the entire corporation. At the middle level, managers at Maybank coordinate between top management and frontline staff, ensuring strategies are implemented effectively. At the frontline level, supervisors at AirAsia manage day-to-day operations and directly interact with employees and customers. While their responsibilities differ, all levels share the same core management functions: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Understanding these levels helps you see where you might fit in your career journey. Now let's talk about modern challenges. The first is disruptive innovation. Shopee Malaysia has completely transformed the retail landscape. Traditional brick and mortar stores have had to adapt or risk becoming obsolete. For managers, this means embracing digital transformation, understanding e-commerce platforms, and being agile enough to pivot business models quickly. Shupi's success shows that managers must foster a culture of innovation, invest in technology, and stay customer focused. The lesson? In today's Malaysia, if you're not innovating, you're falling behind. The second challenge is ethics and governance. The Serba Dynamics scandal, which emerged in 2021, highlighted serious issues with corporate governance and financial transparency in Malaysia. This case reminds us that managers have a responsibility beyond profits. They must uphold ethical standards, ensure compliance, and build a culture of integrity. With increasing focus on ESG, environmental, social, and governance principles, Malaysian companies are under pressure to demonstrate ethical leadership. As future managers, you'll need to prioritize transparency, accountability, and ethical decision making to build trust with stakeholders. The third challenge is political and economical volatility. Since 2018, Malaysia has seen four different prime ministers: Mahathir Mohamad, Muhyiddin Yassin, Ismail Sabri Yaakob, and currently Anwar Ibrahim. This political volatility creates uncertainty for businesses. Policy changes, regulatory shifts, and economic instability require managers to be flexible and proactive in risk management. Managers must maintain strong stakeholder communication, scenario plan for different political outcomes, and remain adaptable. In an unpredictable environment, the ability to navigate uncertainty becomes a critical managerial skill. So why study management today? Because the world is changing rapidly and effective management is more critical than ever. Whether you're leading a team, starting a business, or working in any organization, management skills help you navigate complexity, drive innovation, and achieve goals. In Malaysia's dynamic environment with technological disruption, ethical challenges, political shift, and global integration, understanding management gives you the tools to succeed and make a positive impact. Management isn't just for managers, it is for anyone who wants to lead, influence, and create value. Let's shift to opportunities. Artificial intelligence is transforming management in Malaysia. Simbe Bank uses AI-driven chatbots and analytics to enhance customer service and detect fraud. Petronas employs predictive analytics for equipment maintenance and operational efficiency. Panasonic Malaysia has integrated automation and AI in manufacturing processes. AI supports all four management functions. It aids planning through data analysis, organizing through workflow automation, leading by providing insights for decision making, and controlling through real time performance monitoring. Managers who embrace AI will gain competitive advantages in efficiency, innovation, and decision making quality. Here's an important insight. Management principles are universal. Whether you're in an NGO like Mercy Malaysia coordinating humanitarian aid, a startup like Aerodyne developing drone technology, a government agency like MDA promoting digital economy initiatives, or a private company like Karsam revolutionizing used car sales, you'll use the same core management functions. The context and challenges differ, but planning, organizing, leading, and controlling remain essential. This universality means your management skills are transferable across industries and sectors, giving you flexibility in your career path. Let's look at current trends shaping Malaysia's workplace from 2024 to 2026. First, e-invoicing adoption and the National Electronic Tendering Repository (NETR) are digitizing business processes and improving transparency. Managers must adapt to these digital compliance requirements. Second, brain drain remains a challenge. Talented Malaysians are leaving for opportunities abroad. Managers need to focus on talent retention, creating engaging work environments, and competitive compensation. Third, Malaysia's role as ASEAN Chair in 2025 presents opportunities for regional collaboration and business expansion. These trends require managers to be digitally savvy, people focused, and globally minded. Let's moving on to Kwanda session. First question. In an era of flattened organizations and AI-driven decision making, is the traditional first line manager becoming obsolete? The answer is no, but the role is transforming significantly. Research from McKinsey's 2025 report shows that while AI can handle routine decision making and data analysis, first line managers are more critical than ever for three reasons. First, AI lacks emotional intelligence. First line managers provide coaching, conflict resolution, and the human connection that drives engagement. Gallup data consistently shows that 70% of employee engagement variance is attributable to the manager. Second, first line managers are the sense makers who translate AI insights into contextual action. AI can tell you what's happening, managers explain why it matters and what to do about it. Third, in flattened organizations, first line managers become more important, not less. With fewer hierarchical layers, they carry greater responsibility for both operational execution and strategic input. What is changing is the skill set. First line managers now need data literacy, change management capabilities, and technological fluency alongside traditional people skills. Those who adapt will thrive, those who don't will struggle. From my experience, the best first line managers use AI as a tool to enhance their effectiveness, automating routine tasks so they can focus on high value human interactions. Second question. With remote and hybrid work now standard, how have the four management functions changed? And what skills do managers need that weren't necessary in traditional office environments? This is incredibly relevant. Each management function has evolved. Planning now requires explicit communication protocols. What was once a quick hallway conversation now needs scheduled check ins. I've learned to over communicate timelines and expectations because you can't rely on ambient awareness. Organizing demands new tools and structures. You need project management platforms, clear documentation systems, and asynchronous workflows. The informal coordination that happened naturally in offices must now be deliberately designed. Leading is perhaps most transformed. Building trust and culture remotely requires intentionality. I schedule virtual coffee chats for relationship building, use video for important conversations to capture nonverbal cues, and create opportunities for informal team interaction. Controlling shifts from presence based to outcome based, you can't manage by walking around anymore. This actually improves management. You focus on results rather than activity, but it requires clear KPIs and regular feedback loops. New skills require digital fluency, mastering collaboration tools, asynchronous communication, writing clearly since you can't, clarify in real time, inclusive facilitation, ensuring remote participants aren't disadvantaged, boundary respect, managing across time zones without burning people out. The managers who succeed in hybrid environments are those who embrace these changes rather than trying to recreate the office experience virtually. It's a different paradigm and it requires different skills, but the fundamental management principles still apply. These are all the references that I use. Thank you once again for your time and attention. I hope this presentation has equipped you with valuable insights into management in the modern era and inspired you to think about your own role in Manisha's evolving workplace. Feel free to reach out if you have any further questions. Good luck with your management journey. Wassalam. Bye.